it means to go back. I want to go back. Oh, yay, it's up. It's up. Why did I go back? It's the same.
Oh,
it's
my
not working.
gosh. Look, I'm sorry you came in on that one. Welcome to the reality of love. Piggybacking on the confessions of love. I'm Lenny Green, this crazy lady.
Smith.
Yeah. Hey, big shout out to Janelle Simone. We know you're watching tonight closely.
Mm-hmm.
The
I guess I'm gonna give it away because you know me like this.
You know what? We're talking about a topic that we started on Confessions of Love. Actually, it started with Indy. So I gotta give her full credit. She gave us this topic tonight, and it really has taken on in a great way.
It really has. It's grown. We got some Facebook comments that are just
on the WBLS Facebook page alone. It's like over 14,000 views, I believe. Yeah. So thank you for responding.
Y'all like this one, huh? Y'all are just like y'all are regressing and backsliding. It's some backsliders out there.
For those of you who are not or haven't been listening for the last hour, the topic every night on the Quiet Storm at 10 o'clock, I give a topic out. It's called Confessions of Love. We do this, extended version of Confessions of Love, but we call it the reality of love. So we often like to piggyback off of topics that we kind of start in Confessions of Love. So the topic tonight is, would you ever go back to an ex? Would you ever go back to an ex? Now, we couldn't get to half of the amount of enormous calls. I mean, Vito is still editing stuff, right? So what we're going to do, we're going to play back some of the calls that we weren't able to air on air.
And so give them the email address, reality of love live.
Put it into your mouth.
It goes limp. Like,
well, obviously you don't know how to keep them. I mean, keep it.
Oh, I can't keep it out.
I'm sorry.
You know what? See what happens. You see what happens?
Freudian slip.
No. Anyway.
Well, let me ask you: would you ever go back to your ex?
Yeah. It depended on who the ex was and where we were in our lives at the time. And why are you laughing? What is so funny? No, I would. I mean,
Are you friends with most of your ex?
Some of them, yeah, I am.
Okay,
yeah, really close. Like friends.
So obviously, the ones that ended amicably, you would definitely go back.
No, I mean, the
ones that ended good.
The ones that ended good, yes. If it ends bad, it's like, this is the thing. If you're committed to a friend, a lover, someone you love, you're committed. People fight. People go through stuff all the time. I personally don't hold grudges. I don't forget, but I forgive. So if you truly forgive and love someone, and you can have them as a friend, like a gentleman called earlier, I didn't get his name, but he said he wouldn't go back, but he wants to remain friends. Okay, that's great. But if there's something there that you can grow on, if you're friends, then why say no? Why? Because you don't want to look like the buster who went back? I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm not,
would you go back if your ex cheated on you? But you forgave him. You're a spiritual
right.
woman. You forgave him. He cheated on you. Would you go back?
It would be a new relationship. And what I mean by that, well, it would be a new relationship anyway. That is, you have to show me that you're remorseful, that you've changed, that I would have to see the apology, not hear it. And I'd have to see a change in your, in your attitude.
Deep.
Yeah. Would you?
Would
you go back to an ex?
Most of them, no.
Okay.
Only a select.
Right. Okay.
A very few select.
Right.
But most of them, no.
Okay. Yeah, I could say, yeah, they're two. I would, yeah, but yeah.
But I want to know, would you go back solely for the sex? Because we were talking to some young lady, and she said
this way,
and she said, because it's familiar, I guess from head to toe, especially below the waist, it was familiar to her. So she's comfortable with familiar because she doesn't like new. You can fill in the blank, right?
New makes her nervous.
New makes her nervous.
This is my thing, though. Like, if you go back and it's just for the sex.
It's to you. Wow.
Can't. He's getting ready for
this
Miami,
is juice.
y'all. Miami. If you go back and it's just for the sex, there was more there than the sex before. So wouldn't you get caught up again? Wouldn't you want, more from that person?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Because, somebody hit us up on Facebook a little earlier and says, you go back to the ex, the person's an ex for a reason, but you're going back also to the old problems. But what I'm also learning,
not
and
if
we're going
they're
to
not there. That's what I'm saying. Has this person evolved? Does this person want to do better? Have things changed? You might not be going back to the old problems. What were the old problems? Well,
you know what? I mean, yeah, I guess it depends on a lot of things, but
right.
I think it can become complicated.
You think so?
Yep. And I hate to say this, but ladies, you're really on blast. You're not going back to a brother who's giving you bad sex.
Oh, no, we don't do bad wee-wee again.
Wee-wee?
We don't do that.
Oh, wow. So
no.
If you got a bad wee-wee,
no,
she ain't coming back.
No.
At all.
No, it's not. See, this is the thing. So, and y'all know this. I'm putting us out there. We'll tolerate tolerable wee-wee. Penis, whatever you want to call it. We will tolerate it because we love you. But we're not going back. Oh, and let us break up and had great sex. We definitely
you're not going to even see him again.
No.
And you know what? Like I said, we're going to play back some of those calls. Vito's setting them up now. We couldn't get to half of the calls that came through tonight, and Facebook is off the chain with the responses. I don't know what you put. You posted it up on Instagram.
Oh yeah, actually, I have.
So we're going to find out the reaction for that. This is the reality of love. I'm Lenny Green. This is Indy Smith. Welcome for another week. Next Thursday we will not be here because we have this. Coats. Yeah, we have a spectacular WBLS's coat drive is happening. So this weekend, if you have a chance this weekend, could you go through your closet if you didn't get a chance to do the summer cleaning or the spring cleaning and see what kind of winter coats or maybe scarves or hats that are in good condition. Mm-hmm. We want to give that to people.
What about boots and shoes? Is it clothing or is it coats?
It's mainly coats.
Just outerwear? Okay.
Yeah, it's mainly coats. But, in the past, I've been at quite a few of these coat drives. A lot of folks have come with just such a giving heart. Oh. And I've known people to buy shoes and buy stuff. Just they don't even go to their closets. They just go and buy. But, look, times are hard on everyone, so I understand if you can't do that. But that's why we're asking if you are not using coats or maybe your children outgrown coats, but they're warm coats for the winter or hats, please consider bringing them to the coat drive. The coat drive will be at the Regal Cinema, and that's on East 14th Street in Broadway. We'll be there from 10 in the morning until 10 p.m. next Thursday. I won't get there at 10 a.m. I can promise you that. But I will be there at 7 o'clock or close to 7 o'clock and finish up the broadcast. And joining me for the second half of the broadcast, I believe Melba Moore will be there. Melba Moore is a beautiful lady. And Freddie Jackson is supposed to stop by as well. So It's going to be real hot. Nice. What's Instagram saying?
Probably have to open the phone again. Let's see.
There's all these codes on the phone.
Well, that's because thank God for you. Thank God for you.
Thank God for me losing my phone.
No, someone stole my BlackBerry.
Oh.
And I finally put a code on it because you all were like, that's crazy. Why don't you have a code? I loved my BlackBerry. Excuse you, Vito.
Off the mic.
Exactly.
Right.
Loved my BlackBerry, and it had all my numbers in it. And now I have a code.
Wow.
Okay. So, her name is, okay, do I Vito? I have to ask. Oh, look, he's cranky. So at Yin Yang 930, been there, done it. No regrets. The relationship didn't work out. We had good sex. Both were single when she had good sex. So cool.
So she went back.
She went back for the sex, but they were both single. So
okay, well that's good.
I don't understand that. Like I'm trying to go back to one of my exes right now. Okay, we had sex. Yeah, maybe it would just be for the sex. It wouldn't be for anything else. Yeah, no.
That's it, right? No other substance.
Not with him.
Nothing, Vito.
No.
Mine.
Is yours?
Yeah.
Are you drinking now, Vito?
We're going off.
We're going off topic, Vito. What are you doing?
Anyway,
Vito, would you go back?
Would you ever go back to an ex? Hey, come on, camera, Vito.
Here.
Would you ever go back to an ex for sex, or for any reason?
You can't ask him that. Ask him both of them. Ask him, would you ever go back to an ex?
I have in the past, yes.
How'd it work out? Did you regret it? I mean,
no, I didn't regret it. It just things just didn't work out.
Why? You weren't the same people, or?
Yeah, we changed. Like we both changed. Like it wasn't the same.
We
thought it was gonna be.
How long did it last?
Probably like a month.
Oh, wow.
Hot butter sex for a month.
Yeah.
Well, how long had you all been apart, though?
A good while.
Oh, I don't know.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Is that all? Can I go back to work now?
Yeah, you can go back.
You're hard up, man. Let's go back. Hey, look, it happens. It happens to all of us. You know, I mean,
What about you?
it happens to all of us. You know?
You.
No,
He's talking to you.
You talking to me?
Yeah. Yeah.
Would I ever go back? Well, you know what? I will say that there were some ex.
There were some ex.
That had great. The sex was great. I mean, the sex were great. The sex was great.
Why don't these things work out?
Because maybe that's the only reason why you're in it is for the sex. Unfortunately, you know, when it's a sexual relationship, and this is a question that we pondered with, but we never asked.
Right.
Where does communication? Where does the
Right.
essentials
Right.
Come into play when it's just for sex?
Right. And that's the point in waiting to see if it is just more than sex. If
Yes,
you no
Indy.
longer... Oh,
that is the point of waiting.
Okay, well, you know.
Yeah, and look, I hear you.
Like
look.
when I love hard.
And so do I.
And I fall
so do
like, bam, flat on my face.
And I know that might be a little odd, ladies, for you to
a lot of people
understand,
don't love
but
hard, Vito.
men do love hard when they really. If you're the ideal woman that he's really head over heels with, a man can definitely fall in love.
Then why? Okay, all right, fine, and I believe that. But why aren't any of the actions displaying that? Back that up. What are you falling for if you're gonna get up and bounce? Like what? That makes no sense to me.
Well, if you're gonna get up and
is
bounce,
it
maybe
true
for a
that
reason.
when men fall, we fall hard, right? But when we're getting like backstabbed, we fall out of love real fast as well.
Oh yeah.
What? What do you mean by backstab?
You
Like
cheated on.
Oh, well, yeah, that's anybody. Yeah,
No.
No, nobody wants to be cheated on.
No, I'm saying that
Not
us
me.
men, we'll fall hard,
okay,
and we'll also fall out of love fast as we fell in love.
Yeah.
You've been cheated on.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
women,
Okay.
y'all fall hard too, but y'all take your time with the trying to forgive and
Get
forget.
out of it.
No, forgive and forget and trying to get out of it. Yeah. Why is that?
Why do we take our time?
Yeah.
Because we think things will get better. We're optimists.
And why do you think men don't do that?
Because you all think differently. You're logical.
Obviously, yes.
No,
but I'm saying,
seriously.
what's
you're
your opinion?
logical
What's your
and-
opinion on the men that fall in love and fall out of love so fast?
I think that
And the psychiatrist.
me personally, it depends on your threshold of pain and what you'll tolerate. And I think everybody's.
Well, women can tolerate a lot more pain than we can.
No,
That's
well-
obvious.
Yes.
No, you really can.
You ever seen a
Yeah.
pregnant woman
Well,
deliver a baby?
okay, that's physical pain. No one. Some breakups are heartache also, but I think it's a threshold of what it is you can and can't take. Everybody's going to be different. I am an optimist. Things aren't perfect. Like people go through some hardcore stuff, and I personally don't believe until you go through something really tragic that makes you stick together. You don't know if you should. That's my test. That's my test. You don't know if you're going to be with this person forever. That's my test. Can you really stick it through? If you can't stick it through.
No, I'm with you on that.
We have a fight
because
and
you
you're
know
like, oh, you too many problems.
You know what? I respect what she's saying because the easy times are the easy times. The beautiful times are the beautiful times. What tests the strength of the relationship, the durability of the relationship is those tough times.
Tough times. And not when they use that example, oh, you got to wait until they sick. Wait until he's sick and you see what he looks like, see what he acts like. Wait until she's sick. No. Wait until your monkey ass come home and I'm going to jack you up because you did something wrong. Wait until he's like, oh my God, I can't believe she's this irresponsible, or whatever that worst thing is. You're supposed to, I thought human beings were supposed to have each other's backs. I'm having sex with you. You bail. You don't have my back on the first. Nah, I can't.
Yeah. I mean, that's the whole point of what we were discussing off air earlier about getting just to know the person, just feeling out the person. You really got to feel out the person. I met a young lady once who really didn't waste too much time getting to know a person, and she just kind of went from relationship to relationship with no stopping. Oh. And obviously, the relationships that she were in were short. Mm-hmm. Short meaning like maybe a year, maybe a little bit more than a year. Mm-hmm. But when that relationship was about to end, she would latch on to somebody else.
She didn't like being alone.
She's not even giving.
She don't like being alone.
And a lot of people have that problem.
Yeah.
That they want to be alone. And I get that. That's fine.
And that's why sometimes people actually.
Wow, you coming on camera tonight?
I got 7 minutes. I got 7 minutes. So
Global veto.
Let's make it happen.
Okay, you asked. He asked a good question earlier. You want to save it? You want to save that one about the affectionate person?
We could talk about it.
Okay, so
we're going to play back some of those calls in just a minute.
Oh yes. Okay, so Vito wanted to know how you ask him.
No, you go ahead. You deliver it.
No,
don't get all choked up.
Oh, go ahead, deliver it.
How do you all feel, men and women, if you're being pursued and the person that you're with is giving you so much affection that you can't even give it back?
See, I'm confused on that.
Is it a turn on? Is it a turn off for you? What I'm saying is, say Indy, you guys are dating, right? And say Indy is always affectionate, always wants to have sex with you.
That's a good thing.
It's a great thing. She doesn't give you a chance for you to give it back to her.
I'm going to meet her right there, though.
No, but what if she doesn't give you that chance?
No, I'm a Brooklyn dude. You should know that. You're a Brooklyn guy too. But no. It's different. I don't know. You know why? I know I probably can't answer this question because it's never been done to this magnitude.
Because you're the one that's always giving.
I guess I am. But no, let me retract that. I was in a situation where the person always was the initiator.
Right.
But I was right there to, you initiate it, let's go. I'm down. So I appreciate the affection and the attention.
What do you mean by too much? I'm trying to visualize it all.
Like too much, like all the time. It doesn't turn off. Nothing.
She's always all over you.
That's a little weird.
Yeah. Can I experience that one time in my life? One time. Just one time.
I'm not complaining. But Can I get it in as well? Like, can I try to return it?
I mean, that's aggressive. It's aggressive behavior. I'm not saying it's abusive aggressive. It's aggressive. It's to be so constant. I would question why it was so constant. I would question the intention and the quality of it.
She's probably just very attracted to me.
Yeah, but
I don't have that problem.
If I'm very attracted to you, then why am I attracted? I'm attracted to you because you do something for me. But if I'm the only one doing anything, what the heck are you doing? What am I attracted to?
You're attracted to, I guess, what he's swinging.
Okay. Oh, wow.
I mean, look, can we play back one of these calls so everyone online? On Vox Pro 1, I spoke to Ryan a little earlier.
Is that a girl or a guy?
Vox Pro 1. Ryan, I believe it was a guy. Again, the topic tonight is, would you ever go back to an ex for sex or for any other reason? And we appreciate the amount of views and responses we got.
Money.
Well, Ryan.
Absolutely not,
Listen.
man. Absolutely not. I wouldn't go back for sex for any other reason. I think that when a person leaves another person, I think that it's just done. You left because it was something not to your best interest, or maybe not even to her best interest. I think when it's over, it's over.
Well, what do you have to say to people who say, well, you know what, I would go back because maybe it was the wrong time when we met, and now that we're both mature, I'll give it another chance. What do you say to that?
Well, I think maybe they should consider the reasons why they left in the first place. I mean, just because he may have matured doesn't mean that she had. You know what I mean? So he may be making a decision based on
Hey, man, maybe that sex was just unforgettable.
Well, you can find good sex in a few places. I mean,
Right.
you know.
Exactly.
That's what I think, man.
All right, brother. Well, thank you for sharing that with me tonight, man. I appreciate it.
Thanks for being here. All right.
Peace. So what do you think about his response?
Yeah, I mean, you can't go back to everybody, you know, but if it, I mean, people get remarried all the time. They get divorced and then they get remarried. Yeah,
but do they constantly get remarried?
No.
That's the question.
Well, I don't think, okay, I'm not co-signing get back, break up, get back, break up. No, that's crazy. That's just dysfunctional. But like, if you haven't seen someone in a year or two and it's still there, or and you're just in different places. And can I please say, don't get back with someone just because you feel a certain way. Be responsible. Like, figure out first why you all really broke up. Yeah, you said this, you did this, but why did you say this? Why did you do this? Then maybe have the conversation. Like, you know, I don't know, date, hang out, be friends, and then go back into it. If you're really interested in rekindling the relationship. If it's just sex, then, you know. She talks a good game.
I don't know if the rest of the ladies are going to agree with how you're talking about. Can we go to Chantel from the Bronx? Yeah. This is what she had to say.
Yeah, I would.
Why?
Why? Because of chemistry. You know, like where we was at then is not where we at now. So.
How many times would you go back to the same ex?
I've been back with him like a couple of times.
Did it work out?
Yeah, it's still working out.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
All the best then, baby.
All right.
Thank you.
You didn't get to the nitty-gritty. I wanted to know why a couple of times. Like, what happened the second time? Why did it need to be like a third? Like, what?
I don't know who, but somebody's sidestepping. I mean, because why do you? I don't know. I don't want to speculate.
No, what do you mean by that? What do you mean?
I mean, somebody could be creeping in a relationship. You get tired of it, and you let go. You know, I don't know if this happens at certain ages though, because you know, someone who's younger may be more tolerant to wanting to go back as opposed to someone who's older.
Right.
Because, you know, you've been down that, you know, you've been there, you've done that, you played those games or you've been through those roller coaster rides. So you kind of understand how you are as a person and where you are mentally, emotionally, psychologically.
That's why I said it might be you have to, maybe it's a timing. Well, everything is timing, you know. It's a timing thing.
Everything is timing.
Okay. So, is there anyone in your life that you would go back to right now? Thinking back overall.
Definitely.
Yeah?
Yeah. It would be. But.
You're not going to spill the beans?
No, you know, there's probably one person.
Okay.
Just one person I would really go back to. But the other person I would want to go back to, being a willing participant. I think I've used that phrase before. You know, you got if you're going to be in the fight, if you're going to be in this relationship, then it's what you just said.
Yeah.
Are you willing to go through those battle zones? Are you willing to overcome those obstacles? Are you willing to fight for what this relationship could be?
Right.
You know, let me deal with your psychoticness. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me deal with your insecurities. You deal with my insecurities, and let's try to get by it. Let's try to grow. Well, but if you're not willing to do it,
if you can't get past an argument or a fight, and I know you don't like to argue, then how do you get past illness? That's serious. That might be the biggest obstacle in a relationship, to have to deal with illness and family tragedies and those types of things. How are you going to get through that if you can't? So who?
Look, I've never been married, but I believe in the vows. It says for better or for worse.
Right.
So if you're sick, that's the worst part.
Question for better or for worse, right? Why is the divorce rate so high?
Because people don't understand what marriage is. They think that it's a ceremony. They think it's love, everlasting, happy times. You're going to do what I want. You're going to fulfill me. You're going to make me happy. That's not marriage, actually. That's not.
What's marriage? Define marriage.
In my opinion, you just want my opinion?
Yeah, your opinion, of course.
Mine is a biblical view. So biblically, marriage is two people coming together, and it's that union displays God. Marriage is what Christ was to the church. So that means it's a commitment, it's a covenant. It's you, that other person, and God. So yeah, you all might be married together, but you become one and you're married to God. Okay. You're not married to each other. You don't get to be I anymore.
Okay, so that's good. So what about somebody that wants to get married? Mm-hmm. Not saying they don't believe in God, but they don't pray. They don't go to church.
They're not equally
believe
yoked?
You're not equally yoked. Like you don't have to go to church to have a relationship with God. Mm-mm. Your relationship with God is. What
if one believes in God and one prays and one goes to church?
You're not evenly yoked. And it is all or nothing. When it comes to God, there's no fence. You can't play both sides of the fence. You're either with it or you're not, and it's not easy. And that's why. And people say it all the time. A true person will tell you, look, this is how I roll, and I don't want to bring you along if you're not ready. This is
a true person.
A true person.
You don't find too many of those.
Yeah, because it's not easy. There's stuff that you can't do that you want to do. There's stuff that you're going to do, and you're going to fall. And then people are going to be pointing. It's just not easy, and you don't want to be. The worst thing is to be a hypocrite, Right. So, no, you're not evenly, and you're going to be, if you really are about praying, you're going to be miserable. You are. You're going to be miserable.
You're going to be secretly praying.
Yeah.
While he or she is in the kitchen,
like
you in the bedroom, you pray real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, to each his own, but that institution it's major. It is, once you get married, other than you and God, that is the second most important relationship that you'll ever have.
What's your timeline?
What's that?
To get married, what's your timeline?
I don't think I have one. Am I supposed to have one?
If you want kids, I guess.
No. Wait. She doesn't like kids.
Oh, I love children. I don't like the BS that comes with them. I love children.
There shouldn't be no BS when it comes to children.
Yes, it is. It's all kind. It's BS when it comes to humans. Period.
We're talking about
children.
Kids.
So are you
little babies?
Oh no, I love children. I do.
Well, don't ever have her babysit any of your kids.
I'm a great babysitter. Children love me.
What kind of babysitter are you?
I'm just good with kids. How do we talk about kids?
Exactly. Vito is making us go off
Vito
topic.
is doing everything he doesn't like for us.
He doesn't like us to do. He's doing.
He's doing it.
Taking
right
us
now.
off course, talking, without being on the microphone.
I'm gonna be honest with you. You know what it is with kids?
This guy.
Kids are in a relationship. Kids are very important and they're fragile. And unless you're ready to be responsible, you don't need to put yourself in that situation. And I've been put in a situation with children where they've bonded with me. I bonded with them. We had a separate relationship outside of everybody else. And then the relationship didn't work out. I'm devastated. They're devastated. They want to keep it. It's just a mess. It's a mess. And I hate that. I hate being irresponsible with lives who aren't even developed yet. That's not fair. So it's not that I don't like kids. I just know my boundaries now.
You're just fear that you'll be attached again.
Yeah, that's horrible. Because children genuinely love.
Yeah.
They don't know all. Right. They know how to manipulate and get what they want.
Of course.
But they
Shout
genuinely.
Vito. Little Vito.
Oh, they genuinely love. And how dare you take advantage of that? So I'm not.
Or disappoint that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no.
That's my biggest thing in observing how some, fathers are. You can never disappoint a child. And I don't have children, but, you never disappoint a child.
No.
And big shout out to all the positive dads like Global Vito. Who do
He's a mommy dad. I call Vito a mommy dad.
I mean, I respect him for what he stands for with his son and how much he's involved with his son's life. And, shout out to my cousin who came by last night, right, Tom Thomas, former Washington Wizard, Atlanta Falcons cat. And,
Falcons?
Atlanta football. I'm football dude. So
Atlanta Hawks.
And
OKC.
I'm kind of bird.
And also Vin Baker, former New York Knicks, former Supersonic. He's a legend, all-star. They had this wonderful thing last night, and we had the chance to. Actually, it was tonight, but we had an opportunity to have them here last night to talk about fatherhood and the importance of, fathers just continuously doing wonderful things for their children.
That was a good conversation.
Oh, you caught some of it?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm glad you checked it out.
I wish I had brought that. I'm gonna print it out for both of you. That story. That's a great topic, great conversation.
Would you ever go back to your ex for sex or anything? We want to continue to play. Can we play another one, Vito, off of?
Going back for the kids. That's a good one. If you have a family, get back together because you have a family.
Well, yeah. I mean, yeah.
If it's functional, don't go back and make the kids crazy.
This is an earlier call that came in tonight. We want to share this call with you and the reaction that came from it. Zion. Sorry.
I would just like to say that, if I had a choice of going back to someone, I would go back to my ex-love named Cassandra. That was the woman I was supposed to marry.
So why didn't you?
Things got in the way. Her family was they was being greedy. They didn't want to help. They just wanted to take. She was a beautiful woman, but it just came to a point where, my own family, they was in a different situation. So they if people gonna be like that, then you don't need to be around that type of people. But I still love the woman, and I always regretted not being. For
you to speak on it so strongly tonight, I could see that she is definitely the one that got away for you.
Yes.
Well, brother,
my heart, my love forever.
Is she already committed in a relationship already?
Actually, I haven't seen her ever again.
Wow.
And that's a heartbreak. I've always thought of her, and I've always wanted just to see her one more time.
No.
Are you in a relationship right now?
No, I just by myself. The women out here today, their minds are not like the intelligence that we had back in our day. You would know what I was talking about because I know you since I was a young man. So he ain't over the radio and everything.
I got you, brother. I got you, brother.
I understand, but their minds aren't connected to what's reality and a real man. A man that want to take care of you and be with you and really get into you. And he wants you to know him like he know you.
Well, brother,
you know each other so well, you know what each other think and what each other do at any time.
All right, brother. Well, thank you, man, for calling me up. I appreciate that, man, and thanks for listening.
All right,
my man.
Have a good night.
You too, bro.
Be with you and your family, brother.
Let's go to another one. Same to you. Peace.
I was feeling it for him. He needs to find her.
That's the one who got away.
I don't want his heart to be broken if she's married with kids, you know?
Yeah.
That would be devastating. Just, no.
Just leave her alone, brother.
Oh.
Don't need that word, brethren.
Romantic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Phyllis was another call that we spoke to a little earlier tonight.
To answer your question, Lenny, I would absolutely go back because it all depends on how that relationship ends. And in my situation, my relationship ends on somewhat of a good note. I truly still do love my ex, and he do love me too. So I will go back for the sex and other things.
You're not involved with someone right now, though, right?
With him.
Oh, just him?
Just him and him alone. He's the only person I've known for many years.
And can he say the same if I was talking to him right now?
Yeah, he would.
Wow, interesting. Okay, my love. Well, thank you for calling. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Bye-bye.
You have a good night.
You too.
Okay, if it ended on
a good note?
Okay, no, that's not true. Because I've had a relationship that ended on a great note. We're still friends, and it was just, I don't know.
So I guess you would go back for the sex.
No.
You wouldn't?
No, because
So it wasn't good sex?
No, it's just,
if it was good sex, you would go back for it.
No.
It ended
but
on a good note?
But I want more than sex.
Oh, I know. But that's what helps even more.
Why are you interrogating my brain?
Does it feel like I'm doing that?
Yes. I would not go back for the sex with him.
I'm just the inner conscious of what you're not saying.
No, I would not just go back for the sex. I wouldn't.
But if the sex was dynamic, you would go back.
No, I wouldn't. Wait, look. No. Next.
He was popping that back. Never mind. Okay. Here's a call that we had earlier. I think you'll find this pretty interesting. I asked her, of course, the question I asked everyone, would you go back to your ex for sex? This is what she had to say.
I'm good. Thank you. This topic couldn't be more on point, more timely. I actually got a phone call from an ex.
When? Today?
This evening, about an hour ago. from out of town, and he's going to be in town tomorrow, and asked if he could see me.
That's a booty call. Oh, I'm sorry.
Exactly. So I think it's the reason why the person is an ex.
Yeah.
And if the person's a good person, but you just realize that it's not a fit, and if that part of the relationship was the good part, it's a call. You know, you just have to make the call. That's what I feel.
So if the roles were reversed and you ended up in his city, wherever his city is, would you call him up?
Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, absolutely.
So I guess you're hooking up with him this weekend, huh?
Absolutely.
Thank you for calling, baby.
You're welcome. Have a good night. Thanks so much for the show.
Okay, baby, you got it.
Well.
And that is, fellas, the real deal.
Oh, that's some of the real deal.
Look,
we didn't have enough fellas calling talking about yeah.
No, you know what? I mean, but that's the bottom line. The bottom line was what it was, and that's what you said I was interrogating you, but that's what I was saying. If this, you know, you had a great friendship. I know the sex wasn't that great. It was okay.
No,
it wasn't great though.
But it doesn't matter. Like there were other things that were great.
No, that was much more important because a relationship is not built on sex.
Okay, I will be honest. I would go back for sex, but with someone that wasn't necessarily ex, just somebody I dated and the sex was great.
But there was no substance there anyway to begin with.
Yeah, but you know what? I can throw that away, and I know that sounds horrible, but I get attached.
Sound horrible.
Well, my truth is I get attached to the quality of the person that you are. I get attached to the quality time. I get attached to the attention. I don't get attached to the sex. I really don't.
Oh, so you be having sex unemotionally?
No, I like you and the sex is good, but if you're a knucklehead,
no.
Look,
no, don't try to.
I'm telling you the truth. If you're a knucklehead and I don't see a future with you, but the sex is good and that's what I need at the time, bam, it's all good.
So you're gonna use them.
I know how to compartmentalize. So how about that?
So you're gonna use them.
That's not using. We're both clear.
No,
we're both clear.
Oh, so you're clearly telling him this in the very beginning.
I am a clarity person. Let's be clear.
I know you can be clear when you want to be clear. Vito, do you think she's clear?
Why?
You think she's going in saying this right off the bat? If all I wanted
was sex from you, why would I not be clear on that? Because I don't want you thinking that it's something that it isn't. I'm not.
So what happens with the women that say, "All right, we're just gonna have sex, but still catch feelings and want something more than that"? You're confusing.
What's going to happen?
Well, no, it's one of two things. Maybe she really does like you, and she didn't know she was gonna feel a certain. Because I have gotten attached to someone. It was just for fun and feels. Shits and giggles.
Funs and feels.
And feels.
That's the new phrase.
But then when I realized, wait, why am I always thinking about this person? This person's not going to be, I had to make my bottom line. Oh, and this person, wait, ooh, no. And that was it. I turned it off. You just got to turn it off. Don't
you have good willpower.
Win, right?
Yeah, just turn it off.
She has good willpower.
I can't. Because I know me. Like, when I love you, I'm going in. That's it. And then to get out of it, it's like, oh, damn. Yeah.
You're regretting it then, huh? Mm-hmm. That's why I'm saying with that previous relationship, if the guy had that great sex for you, you would not, you know what I'm saying? It would be hard to huh?
No.
He's twitching, Lenny, stop it.
He's trying. He's purposely making me twitch, but it's all good. It's all about y'all.
This is the reality of love. You're right. It is all about them, and it's all about us just exposing what we expose. I'm Lenny Green. The gentleman on the far left of your screen is Vito, and the lady in the middle is...
And the person that you can't see is Janelle. She's here. She just prefers not to speak tonight.
Yeah, for whatever reason. But what's up, Janelle? And this lady right here is Indy Smith, and we do this every Thursday. We're almost out of time for tonight, but we thank you so much. Yeah, it did go by fast tonight.
Talking about sex.
I guess that's what happens. It must have been fast sex.
I think, you know what? This topic, I think it hit, I was telling Janelle, I think it hit home because it's the holidays. I think people are lonely.
They're horny. Yeah.
Shit.
Right. Yeah, absolutely right. It hit home right.
I'm really
straight to the point, lady. Straight to the point. Keep it real. KIR.
I'm reaching.
Hey, look, it is what it is. It's cold weather up here in the Northeast, so if you listening
Wait a minute.
to
So
us,
this
watching
many
us?
people are single? I wonder if any. Oh, I wonder if. Oh, I am so twitching right now. I wonder how many people on our Facebook right now.
Are you going to say married? Are you going to say
married?
married?
Yes, married in a relationship. You dirty heifers. I wonder.
Wait, what are you wondering?
Because how many, Janelle? How many hits? How many?
We got a lot of
17,000.
17,000 hits.
I want to
a little
take
bit
a
over an
poll
hour.
out. I want to bet. Right now.
Less than
How
an hour.
many people are in relationships and thinking about exes and thinking?
Well, I guess that's cheating in itself, huh? That's cheating in itself.
Take a sip of water.
We're going to rewind another call that we had a little earlier tonight, just so you can kind of get a feel of the reaction. I mean, because we were inundated with so many calls that came through tonight for this topic. Could you ever go back to an ex for sex, Kim?
Email us.
Yes, I will.
Really?
Mhm.
And why would you?
Why? Is because you already know who that person is, and if you have to deal with having sex with somebody, at least you know it's going to be good sex.
Okay, someone just hit me up on Facebook, though, and said, yeah, you know you're familiar with the sex, but you're also familiar with the problems that probably led to the breakup.
Well, you forget about the problems when you need sex.
Oh, so you just satisfying that itch.
Yeah, let's take the itch, let them go, kick them right back out the door.
Interesting. Interesting. And that's healthy? I mean, it sounds like you've been doing that for a minute.
Yes.
With all of them or just one particular one?
One particular one, because the meat is good.
See, I knew that was the bottom line.
The
I knew
meat
that.
is good.
I'm glad somebody said that tonight. I knew that was the bottom line. Okay. Thank
All
you,
right,
baby.
have a good night.
You too. WBLS, hello.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. Thank you for asking. What's your name?
Martika Johnson.
So, Martika, something tells me you would go back to an ex.
Well, I mean, I have in the past, but it's not always the best thing to do. But I will admit that one of my exes is actually my best friend. And I think it all depends on how you enter a relationship from the start and how it will end. And, but yeah, like I said, like one of my exes are, you know, like he's like a brother to me, a best friend, like no physical. It's just he knows me and he's actually one of the few people that I trust. So yeah, I guess it depends on your situation and how you enter in a relationship from the start.
So obviously, if you went back to this particular ex and it was to get physical, you would let it.
I plead the fifth.
I'll take that as a yes, baby. Thank you for
I
calling.
won't be mad, but I plead the fifth.
I hear you, baby. No, you already told me your answer, so I appreciate that. Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And there we have it, ladies and gentlemen. I think that pretty much exposes how people feel about it. And as far as that added twist that you put on it, how many people over the 17,000 that hit us up on Facebook? Man, should you even be in that mindset if you are involved or you're married and you're thinking about an ex? Damn. You know, look, whenever the day comes when I decide to jump the broom, I'm praying that my wife is everything, because I'm only going to do it one time in my life.
You know that before.
You know what before?
You know that before, if she's everything, before you marry somebody, you know. I would hope.
I hope so.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
That's another good topic. How long do you wait before you get married? Like,
as long as I'm waiting.
I'd definitely say at least 2 years.
At least 2. Oh, you mean before you?
Yeah, you need some years. 2 years and arguments. I know you don't like to argue, Lenny, but the reality is...
No, look.
Real people have fights.
No, I get you on that. I prefer to have conversations. I'm not the text guy. I'm not the text guy. I'm not the email guy. Look, if you're going to have an argument with me, then have a damn argument with me face to face. Don't be a punk.
Oh!
So you get me started.
You want to go? You want to go? No, you want to read it? Do we need to address this?
Let's not address this because I want to bring it back up.
Okay.
There was an irate jerk on Facebook who posted up something about me. Look, if you're watching, I want you to come to New York, though. Find me. That's all I want to say. But that's all. I'm
Brooklyn. Go Brooklyn.
That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say nothing else.
Reality of love. I love it.
Yeah. So do I. And I'm glad that we're doing the show. And I hope that you find it entertaining as well as informative at the same time. looking down the road, I know I want to bring up a doctor who's a sex therapist.
Oh, that's going to be so much fun. I'm going to ask so many questions. I'm going to have a list. I'm going to learn something new, learn some new tricks.
I'm sure you know quite a few already, Indy. I'm sure you already know.
Wow.
And I'm also going to bring up a brother who is a good friend, Brother Lloyd Strayhorn. Lloyd Strayhorn is a numerologist, and he's really dynamic. Really dynamic. Yes, real good brother and doing some phenomenal things. So we got special guests, and then, of course, whenever time permits, we would love to have various artists come by and sit down and expose themselves and give us their opinions. Because you know what? I think it's healthy that we get to learn, the other side of people that may be in the spotlight, whether they're an athlete or an artist.
Going on.
Yeah, because there's more to a person than just what we see.
Right, absolutely.
So we should have one of our producers who works with Bob Lee, Rich. We should have Rich. Rich is a funny guy.
He is. He's got jokes.
And he's a wise man.
He's looking for somebody for me to play with.
Oh. Whoa.
He brought it up. He told me that I needed to find somebody to play with first.
Maybe he sees a trait in you.
No, because you bring up the marriage and the kids and all that. No.
Oh.
See, I have to be careful. I have to remember, when I throw stuff out, they will, bring it right back. I'm not.
I'm just saying. I mean,
I'm tough.
Maybe we'll talk to Rich and find out what he meant by that.
I don't know.
Playtime.
So obviously he must have saw something in your character to realize that, she's looking for a plaything.
I'm not looking for. I don't look. I never look.
Oh, maybe it just comes to you.
Yeah, I just need to know what to keep.
Hey, look, I want you to do this. If you have any comments or questions, please email them to us, realityoflovelive@gmail.com, realityoflovelive@gmail.com. Big shout out to Miss Melanie Fiona. We need to get her up on this because you know what? Melanie Fiona, she, all of her songs pertain to relationships in one way, shape, shape, and form. And she's really good. Matter of fact, The Other Side of a Love Song, I think that's the single that's out now, reflects on a relationship situation.
Okay.
Have you ever been on the other side of love? And what would you do?
Okay.
If you were on the other side of love.
What's the other side? I wonder. What's the other?
It may not be a good side.
The other side. Wow.
But it's time for us to shut this down for the night, though. I thank you so much for being here with us as often as you do. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for opening up your honesty to us. That's well respected, and it's also therapeutic, and it's also helpful to someone who might be listening or watching.
I mean, okay. So in all seriousness, if you are looking to go back with someone, I would suggest you all talk about it first, especially if your heart's involved. Don't put your heart in a situation where it's going to be hurt on purpose. Don't go back to somebody who's reckless with who you are as a person, doesn't respect you as a person, doesn't show that they're concerned. That it's not worth it. There's so many people out here. We can see clearly. Got 17,000 people. We can see there's so many people out there who want love. We all want love. We all want to be validated. So don't waste your time with someone that hurt you and that's what you're just used to. You deserve better. Think it through,
And those are the final words of Indy for tonight.
Yeah.
Please hold on to them. They're truly valuable.
When you got jokes, I'm getting.
No, I'm not trying to be a jokester. Not at all. Thank you so much for joining us. Until next time, remember to love much, laugh often, live well, baby, and have fun. Enjoy life to the fullest. Thank you for being here. We appreciate it. I think that's what we'll do.